Power Thought 6. Um, let's see, to do that, I want to read to you that y'all can see it, Power Thoughts 6. Another form of worry. Most of the time, we think of worry as another word for anxiety or as a way of describing excessive concern that often involves a good deal of emotion, but worry in its calmly understood sense is not the only expression of anxiety. Another form of worry is called reasoning, which takes place when we think about something over and over, trying to figure out what happened, trying to understand what people were thinking, or trying to decide what to do in a situation. Reasoning causes confusion and can easily make us vulnerable to deception. Trust requires some unanswered questions and being satisfied to know that God knows what we don't know. We know in part, but God knows everything. He is never surprised or without a solution. I find that I can ponder a situation and sometimes find answers or arrive at conclusions by doing so. However, if I think about it so long that I start feeling frustrated and confused, I know I have gone too far. It is even possible through reasoning to come up with a plan you think is right, but in fact will never work. The Bible calls these man-made plans works of the flesh. They take up our time but keep us in the realm of self-effort and pride. They produce no good fruit, but they certainly keep us busy. We can literally spend years of our life with such man-made plans and never get around to realizing that only God can do what needs to be done. Don't waste your think time, but instead use it on power thoughts that agree with God's word. God will not go to work until we turn our problems over to Him. He is a gentleman and does not interfere without invitation. The Bible refers to this simply by saying that we have not because we ask not. See James 4:2. When I write about the uselessness of reasoning, I am not suggesting we become passive and never try to do anything to help ourselves solve our problems. A passive mind is one that is open ground for the devil to occupy. We need to be active in the right way. Ephesians 6:13 teaches us that when we face problems, we are to do all that Christ demands and then stand firmly in our place. We certainly need to do what we believe is right and what we have peace about doing, but we should not frustrate ourselves trying to do what we cannot do. For example, when we want to see changes in someone we love, the best policy is to pray first and only take action if and when God directs us to. We can do a lot of damage to relationships by trying to change people. We may feel we are just trying to help, but if the person doesn't see what you see, or if they don't want to change, they may feel pressured and rejected. Timing is very important when discussing potentially touchy subjects. So if we pray first and wait on God, it always works out better. I can pray, but I cannot make a human being want to change. Only God can work inside a person's heart. If I continue trying to do what only God can do, I will make myself miserable. I was a person who wanted to understand everything because it made me feel that I was in control. I was not good at not knowing. My mind went on and on all day with thoughts like,